when a guy has those advantages in boxing skill and speed, and they don't take risks, they are almost impossible to beat. You do not hold, and you are throwing punches. Boxing is hit and don't get hit. Shakur is the best at that. When a great pure boxer is putting on a performance, some people will complain, oh, it's boring because there's no drama. Right. But you have to, I at least, appreciate the fact that he's operating on such a high level that there is no drama. He's in total control. And I just, when you see something like that, I say you hang it in the Louvre. It's a masterpiece.
Yes. I said, with that style he fought, it doesn't matter who he fight, he would give them trouble.
Max Kellerman breaks down a potential Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson showdown as a high-level chess match, not a reckless slugfest, highlighting Haney's discipline, sharp jab, and command of the ring while stressing that Stevenson's elite defense, precise timing, and deadly counterpunching could neutralize those advantages and turn the fight into a battle of inches and IQ.
The way Shakur fought. I know you guys think I get on Devin Haney.
No,
and I like Devin Haney.
But
here's the difference.
What you're talking about.
Devin Haney boxed beautifully against Norman early and then stopped boxing. He started sitting on a lead, which is running and holding. That's not boxing. Shakur boxed every second of that fight. Shakur, I can't even think of the time where Shakur grabbed Teo and held him. Not one time. Maybe it happened.
He actually was being physical inside. Teo was an issue.
Shakur, here's boxing. Boxing is standing and punching range, right? You move your leg, you use your legs when you got to get out of range. You do not hold, and you are throwing punches. Boxing is hit and don't get hit. Shakur is the best at that.
So 2 points I want to make real quick. One is, yes, you're right, Max. Different than Devin Haney. Shakur, I would say he only did that once. It was maybe the end of round 9. He did for 20 seconds. He didn't do it again.
He did. I remember
It was like a weird...
Max Kellerman believes Shakur Stevenson has already built a resume strong enough to carry boxing spotlight, pointing to his world titles, elite technical mastery, and defensive brilliance, and sees him as a rare fighter who appeals to both casual fans and hardcore purists alike.
Rank fighters in a division. It has to be based on merit, who they beat. It must be the resume because they're earning a shot at the title.
Yes.
That is not the same as pound for pound. Okay. Pound for pound is what you truly believe in a given moment, right? So, yes, you should have some evidence. It can't just be a hunch.
Right.
But once you have the evidence you think you need, like, for example, that fight,
come on, man.
It is legitimate for someone to say that they believe that Shakur is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. When I listen to what you say, Shady, what I'm hearing is, look, underneath, I really think Shakur is number one, but because I gotta give credit to Usyk for what he's doing in a bigger division, and you know what? I kind of agree with that. Where you guys
I don't agree with that at all. I think Shakur has to do that 2 more times or 3 more times to be considered the face of boxing. I think he had a great performance.
Different conversation, face of boxing and number 1 pound for pound.
I'm only going off of where I know Shady is head. I'm kind of punching where I know he's going to be because he really believed that Shakur is the face of boxing.
Shakur Stevenson voiced supreme confidence in his abilities, saying he doesn't believe there's anyone in the sport who can beat him, while making it clear he's ready and willing to face any challenger bold enough to step up and test themselves against him.
So performance, that this was a Floyd Mayweather-esque performance. What do you take when you hear those comparisons?
It's good to hear. It's good to hear because a lot of people don't realize how great I am. I've been told them this. It's like you got to keep saying it over and over, and it's like, as I'm saying it, it's like I'm wasting my breath because it's like people like, no, you know, oh, fight this guy. Oh, you won't do this to Teofimo Lopez. You won't it's a video of like me and when me and Cameron was going back and forth. He said something like, oh, take yourself to 140 and fight Teofimo Lopez so he can knock your head off. And now it's like, I did it, and like I said, now people getting to see what I done been.
Stevenson, a slick southpaw with elite reflexes and razor-sharp timing, would rely on angles, counters, and precise distance control, constantly disrupting Haney's rhythm and forcing him to reset throughout the fight.
So all of these guys, if y'all want me to come to 147, I'm coming there with rehydration clauses. I don't even do that. Yeah. But why am I going up to these guys' weight classes if I'm not planning on going there? So any of y'all want to fight me at 147?
Yeah, rehydration.
10 pounds.
10 pound rehydration. Like the IBF rule, basically.
You got to understand, that means on fight night, when we get in the ring, they're going to be 157, maybe 158.
Max.
No bigger than 160 that night.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
So if we could get like, all right, like the IBF rule, 10-pound rehydration.
Yes, but think about it. If there's no rehydration clause, these guys gonna get up to 170 pounds.
Yeah, 175.
I'm in the 140s on fight night.
Yeah.
So if I'm 140, they 170. Bro, I'm not, what am I in here wrestling around with these?
Right.
Haney, a natural orthodox technician with a sharp, authoritative jab, smart foot placement, and effective defensive clinching, would look to command the center of the ring and impose his pace on the fight.
See fights, accomplishments, because now Shakur is a 4-weight world champion. Devin is a 3-weight world champion. Devin was undisputed, but now Shakur is a 2-time lineal champion. So he's a 2-time Ring Magazine winner. 2-time unified champion. If you want to add the ring, as far as with the WBO, he was unified at 130. So he's a 2-time unified champion, 2-time lineal champion. Beat a guy like Teofimo Lopez, who rises to the occasion. Had a close fight with George Kambosos. You can make a claim that he was fighting out of frustration or out of emotion. And that was it. He was in his prime too. Josh Taylor seemed to be drained at 140. Not taking away from Devin, but he was already moving up to 47, they were saying. Lomachenko was a little older and
Stevenson's commanding victory over Teofimo Lopez did more than add another trophy to his collection. It cemented his status among boxing's elite, as he captured the WBO and Ring Magazine junior welterweight titles by dominating Lopez from start to finish.
Masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and the amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. You heard his father say in the corner, what happened to your fast hands that didn't work?
So overall, just given the styles in boxing so well, was there any way that Teo could have put on a better performance, a better plan, and gotten a better result?
No, I don't think whatever he would have brought to the table would have worked. Shakur just got a great boxing mind. That's just it. He's got a great boxing mind, and once he put his mind to it, he's gonna get the job done.
What is it gonna take to beat someone like him?
I don't know, Brand. Probably want to stay away from that.
The statistics backed up that dominance, showing Stevenson landing far more punches overall while connecting at a higher rate with both his jab and power shots throughout the fight.
I think to 109 with scorecard, so basically like 11 rounds to 1. What did you think about the outcome and the fact that he was able to win so dominantly?
One, shout out to New York. The Shoo Carrington, he's world champion now. I'm so proud of him. Been watching him fight the undercards and all this stuff forever, and to be for world champion tonight, I was bawling, I was crying, yo. So shout out to him. He shine every time he come out to see his story, see how much he done overcame everything. Now he get his 12th round knockout, looking good against Jermaine Ortiz. Wonderful. Now we got the main event with Shakur, and I knew that was gonna happen. Everybody be talking all that rah to me. I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body, and we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is to stop it. I can't ask for nothing.
Floyd Mayweather commented on a past sparring session between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, saying it was highly competitive and showcased elite talent. He noted the pace, sharp technique, and focus both fighters displayed, praising their composure and skills.
Crazy numbers. It's going to be hard to break my record because you have so many people stealing. So many people stealing.
Streaming, yeah.
Yeah, streaming. It's still stealing. They're not paying for when they're getting it free. It's stealing.
Their sparring showed just how evenly matched Shakur and Devin are, with both men trading sharp, powerful shots and matching each other blow for blow, underscoring their comparable skill levels. Stevenson has made it clear he's ready to face any challenger, rejecting the notion that he avoids tough matchups and insisting he welcomes competition at the highest level. Believing a true champion must take on the best, he repeatedly calls for major bouts to prove his standing, drawing confidence from his skills, preparation, and past victories over elite opponents. By publicly inviting rivals to step up, he signals to fans and critics alike that he isn't protecting his record but actively seeking meaningful challenges, viewing every potential opponent as an opportunity to showcase his talent and solidify his reputation among boxing's top names.
Fights that make more sense. I'm like, nah, he just keeps saying my name to the public. This is the fight that people want to see. My fan base, they want to see this fight. I put the fight together, but 2 days before the fight, now he's sick. He poisoned, somebody massaged him and did something to him. I don't know, all this shit that he kept talking about, but I'm just like showing y'all like what type of person I am. I be bugging like, but I know my wrongs. Like I understand, that's why now I gotta like understand it's a business and not just get talked into doing.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather pushed back against claims that Devin's sparring sessions proved his greatness, arguing that gym success doesn't automatically translate to real fights. He sarcastically congratulated Bill for having an undefeated fighter in the gym but emphasized that true champions prove themselves under the bright lights on fight night. Mayweather insisted Devin still needs to show consistent dominance in official bouts rather than leaning on sparring tales, and the conversation quickly turned personal, with both men trading pointed remarks about careers and reputations.
So you popping it, so nigga, when I pop it, what's the problem? Because other niggas don't pop it. You know what I'm saying? You pop it 1,000 times. Think you was talking about that foreign shit. You beat niggas up in foreign. I didn't watch you beat niggas up. And when my son got down on you, you know what I'm saying? You act like you tell us,
Bill,
no, you tell us, no, you
Bill,
tell us.
Bill, if your son is undefeated in the gym, congratulations. Congratulations that you got an undefeated fighter in the gym.
Meanwhile, Devin Haney has repeatedly criticized Shakur Stevenson for turning down their proposed fight over financial terms, revealing he had offered a 25% purse split that, despite being the smaller share, would have exceeded all of Stevenson's previous career earnings combined. Haney argued the bout wasn't just a payday, it was a chance for legacy-defining recognition in the lightweight division, suggesting that accepting it could have instantly elevated Stevenson's profile through a high-stakes championship showdown. He also implied that declining the fight hurt both fighters and delayed one of boxing's most anticipated matchups, which would have drawn massive attention from fans and media, benefiting both careers.
That's your core resume, and look at my resume. Who sparked the tougher opposition, me or him? And 25% would have been, bigger than all his fights put together he made.
All put together?
Put together.
Were you shocked that he said no?
Yeah, ego, made him say no. His ego and the people around him. Cambosis offered me the 22% and the 2 fights to go to Australia and to go sign with a different promoter and to, get the vaccine and go do this and do that. Now that I'm the champion and I'm giving somebody the offer to make more money than they ever made in their life, put together in all their fights, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. See, when I fought Cambosis, it wasn't for all the money. I thought I was fighting for the same money that I was already making. I know that I could beat him. I know that once I win, I'm gonna be able to call the shots and make all the money myself. So now it's that time, and they don't want.
Sean Porter sees a potential Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney clash as one of the most evenly matched fights in boxing today, with both fighters bringing elite speed, precision, and ring IQ, making it nearly impossible to pick a clear favorite. He notes that neither relies on raw power, instead depending on timing, positioning, and anticipation, likening the matchup to a high-speed chess game where a single misstep could cost a round. For Porter, the fight wouldn't be about volume but about who thinks faster and reacts first in the sport's most critical moments.
Beating Shakur Stevenson. Right? I really don't know who I see beating him.
Good.
The thing with that is it's an amazing fight because both guys are very quick, very intuitive, and very fast and sharp. I do lean with, I'm not even gonna pick a winner in that because this is my first time playing it in my head and I just see it's just so back and forth. and it's that fast chess that we always talk about, and it's that fast chess, which it's gonna be slick.
What wins a fast chess match? What makes a difference?
Who's fastest?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's who's fastest, and it's also not just who's fastest with the hands, but also mentally to make that setup in that second move. Both guys have the ability.
Porter adds that both fighters can create openings using feints, footwork, and angles, making momentum likely to swing repeatedly throughout the bout. He predicts fans would witness constant tactical adjustments, with each boxer probing reactions and countering strategies as the rounds unfold. Ultimately, Porter believes the fight would showcase elite-level skill, mental sharpness, and technical precision, delivering a tense, high-stakes contest that keeps viewers captivated from the opening bell to the final decision.
Fight really is just a matter of who's able to set up and capitalize the fastest. That's a fantastic fight.
You think we see it?
Love to see it.
Yeah, but do you think? I think so. I think we get it at maybe 140.
I'm not rushing that fight, and I don't think we get it at 140. I think if we get it at 135.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Shakur. Maybe Shakur's got, I don't know, maybe a couple fights, if not less than that, at 130. And then I think a blessing for us would be Shakur going after fighters, not going after belts, not going after a championship title, but going after belts, or going after fighters. If he decides to go after fighters because it's getting him everything that he really did turn pro to.
Many experts agree that Shakur Stevenson stands apart from most fighters of his generation, highlighting his exceptional ring IQ, natural athleticism, and ability to adapt strategy mid-fight. Andre Ward describes him as a blank canvas, capable of molding any style through creativity, composure, and sharp decision-making, even under intense pressure. Observers note that Stevenson's footwork, distance control, and tactical flexibility consistently allow him to outclass top-level opponents, a fact clearly demonstrated in his victory over Teofimo Lopez, where he dictated pace and range while neutralizing his opponent's offense. Ward's praise reflects a broader consensus that Stevenson's precision, patience, and adaptability were key to that decisive win, marking him as one of the most technically complete and intelligent modern boxers in the sport today.
He better leave that alone.
What did you think of Shakur's performance?
He did what he had to do, man. You know, there's always room for improvement. You know, I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You know, you also got to trust what he's seeing in him. You know, we're on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
What did you see from the outside that he made?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that. He could have touched on, but again, he's in there, you know, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
Teofimo just couldn't get going.
He put on a show. What he tried to get going? He just wasn't allowed to. So it's just the distance and range that Shakur has just perfected throughout the years, and then making him pay when he does that discourages him to not want to punch anymore. And I think he was out of answers in the first round. Honestly, I think he didn't really have any answers. When Teo starts doing little certain things with his hands and starts playing the clown game, he got to answer. He's down to just one shot. So Shakur just stayed focused, stayed locked in, and you know, was at 4 divisions now. 26, 30, 35, 40.
Max Kellerman asserts that Shakur Stevenson matches Alexander Usyk in pure boxing skill, pointing to his dominant performance over Teofimo Lopez as evidence of elite technical mastery. While Usyk's pound-for-pound status stems from beating naturally bigger heavyweights like Joshua and Fury, Stevenson earns acclaim through precision, timing, and in-ring control. Kellerman and the panel highlighted Shakur's ability to manage distance, command the center of the ring, and dictate every aspect of the fight, leaving Lopez disoriented and unable to execute a plan. Rather than relying on power or aggression, Stevenson exemplified the hit-and-don't-get-hit art, a hallmark of boxing greats like Floyd Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker.
And he had a very competent.
Usyk's resume.
What?
He said Usyk, great fighter.
Right, so that was competitive fights, right? He won. It was competitive fights. When you watch Shakur with Teo,
It was a shutout.
it was a shutout.
It was two different
There was nothing
classes of
competitive
fighter.
about that.
Wait, I want Mike.
Yes.
Get in here because I have something to say about this
Yeah,
fight.
look, I was about to actually agree with Shady for
You
one.
should.
I don't think it's crazy to have Shakur, number 2. He looked that good. And I want to say, right, I've been critical of Shakur in the past because I don't like when fighters are not engaging. Look, Max, you and I both love that classical boxing style. And what he did on Saturday is the style I love. He was not running. He was standing his ground. He was boxing, moving, using his jab. Beautiful check hook off the jab. That's the kind of fighting I like to see and the kind of boxing I like. We're not going to get crazy on Usyk, though.
But
Usyk was a man at 200 that beat up 270 pounds.
He's not getting crazy. He's giving. What he's saying is whatever. What he is saying, and I agree with Shady here, is his suspicion is Shakur's actually number 1, but he won't give it to him over Usyk because of what you're saying, Mike.
And what I'm saying.
Do you think Haney's sharp jab and ring control will be enough to dominate, or will Stevenson's elite defense and pinpoint counterpunching take over? Share your predictions and break down your reasoning in the comments below. Who do you see edging this tactical battle and why?